Like they feel betrayed by what they were privately promised and then what they heard on the stage last night. The campaign cannot afford to lose the Hispanic support you do have. So how do you respond?
Well, look, Mr. Trump has these meetings and he listens to everyone, and it's very important for him to have that input. That doesn't necessarily mean they're making policy in these meetings. This was Mr. Trump's policies from the very beginning. And it's truly unfortunate in American politics today that we have to remind people that the goal of the United States president is to do what's right for the American people. And that's exactly what he's doing. These policies are laws that are currently in place, with the exception of giving ICE the priority to go and identify criminal aliens to deport them from this country, which is a good thing for our country, and getting back on track. We are at a stage where this is a Paul Revere moment here again in America. Danger is coming. Things are really out of control with immigration. You have people who are paying upwards to $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 to come in legally. It's not fair. It's not fair to those who are doing things the right way. But more importantly, it's not just about people coming into the country illegally. This is about the cartel. This is about drugs. This is about ISIS and terrorism. This is not the 1980s anymore. And the President of the United States has to take in consideration the threats that we face today.
But what do you think about these folks who say, whether it's 10 million, 20, 30 million people, we don't know how many are here illegally. They talk about families. They talk about compassion. They thought they were going to hear more of that. And for them to now withdraw their support when they had publicly been out there for Mr. Trump and say, this is hurting people that I care about and that look up to me as an Hispanic leader, and now I just have to jump off the wagon.
Well, I understand. That's the softening. It's before it was just everyone as a whole. Mr. Trump has put out a 10-point plan, and then we get to those who are non-criminally here, how we're going to address that, because we have to enforce our current laws. We're the only country that's not doing that, and we're suffering because of it. When we look at our debt, when we look at the economic status, when we look at the health care costs, when we look at prison costs, we have to address this problem, or we're going to be in serious trouble. And Jacob and Alfonso, I know their hearts. I know where they rely, but they also understand it's not about them. It's not about me. It's not about Mr. Trump. It's about the future of the United States of America. And we have a clear choice in November. We can continue down this path of more of the same, continuing to allow things to get completely out of control and essentially kill the economy, or we can vote for someone who's going to have the best interest of the American people as a whole at heart.
Well, there are real economic and national security interests that are impacted by the situation that we have now.
Absolutely.
I think everybody can agree on that. Katrina, good to see you.
Great to be here.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, big news breaking in California tonight, where the governor